Hello, everybody. Welcome to DDTS episode 753. This is my this is what we're gonna be talking about today. 753 DDTS on March the 21st, 2026. Beauty and Black Star Xavier Smalls anti-LGBTQ comment receives backlash. Tyler Perry's new girlfriend and Chuck Norris passing. That's what we're gonna be talking about today. Um, Happy Saturday! It is March the 21st, 2026. We getting into some things today. Yes indeed. So the first thing we're gonna get into, um, hold on, y'all. Let me put my logo up. Where we at? Where we at? Where we at? I also want to share this morning. It's 11:37 a.m. March the 21st, 2026. Oh, is it the? Yeah, it's the 21st. But look at here. I received and made another accomplishment and achievement. I got 650 subscribers on my YouTube channel. I want to personally thank each and every one of y'all that has been supporters of mine for such a great deal and long time. I really want to say I thank you and I appreciate you all. I appreciate the love. I appreciate everything. Thank each and every one of y'all so very much. Because if it wasn't for y'all, I wouldn't have gotten this far with being a content creator and doing what I love to do. And for that, I want to say thank each and every one of you. I wanted to share this with y'all. I'm so excited and I'm so blessed. And I want to thank each and every one of y'all for being here for me and with me through this day's journey. I really want to say thank y'all. So today, we got a wonderful episode for y'all. DDTS episode 753. We're gonna be talking about Beauty and Black star Xavier Smalls and his anti-LGBTQ comment with him saying that LGBTQ peoples in the community is going to hell and it is abomination and everything. He basically just went on a rant on Instagram Live or Facebook Live, this and that and the third. And I'm just going to give y'all my opinions on that. If I could play the video for y'all, which I think I can, I can find the video for y'all and y'all can listen to it. I'm hoping that it's not copyright or anything. I'm hoping that it's not copyright. But yeah, I'm gonna try to find that clip and I'm gonna play it for y'all if I can, but I don't know if I can because it might be copyright. I'm not for really sure. But I want to thank y'all for coming in. We're gonna be talking about that. And we're gonna be talking about Tyler Perry, new girlfriend allegedly, Marlo Hampton. And I can't wait to get into that topic about Tyler Perry and his alleged girlfriend and the kisses that they shared and them being all booed up and hugged up and everything. I just want to elaborate on that because wasn't it not too long ago that he was in a cahoots with being charged with all these lawsuits and everything, and it's basically Tyler Perry has a type that he likes to have in his films and in his movies and everything. If you know, you know. We're gonna talk about that. And we're going to talk about and honor the legendary Chuck Norris who passed away. But I really wanted to share this with y'all first. 650 subscribers. That's my new goal. That's my new achievement. And I want to thank y'all so very much. So without further ado, and I'm so happy, y'all. I'm so happy. I might not be showing it well, but I'm so happy. I'm so happy and I'm so happy and I'm so proud. I'm so blessed to be able to share this new adventure and new achievement with y'all, new goal and everything because we did it. So let's go ahead and get into this video and this live episode. But first, if you have not, hit that like button, subscribe button, notification bell so you will get notified when the wasp when I have new videos available. So let's go ahead and get into it. This is it right here. This is the image that I was able to find of Xavier Smalls when he was on Instagram Live. Or was it TikTok? He was on allegedly either TikTok Live or Instagram Live. And he was talking about a whole bunch of things. And one of the things that he shared and that he said, he told a fan or told somebody that asked him, was he LGBTQ? So basically and allegedly, he was like, this is him. This is him. So basically and allegedly, he was like, God loves you. God loves everyone. God loves you if you are this and if you are that, if you sin, we are all God's children. If you sin, this and that and the third, but if you this and that, you're going to hell. If you are LGBTQ, Xavier Smalls, the star from Beauty and Black, allegedly said in his live video, pretty much, I'm going to play it for y'all, but I'm going to reciprocate first what he said. He said, if you're team LGBTQ, you're going to hell. You're not going to heaven. You're going to hell, this and that and the third. That is what came out of Xavier Smalls' mouth. The guy that's on this picture behind me, that is allegedly what he said. And to prove that I am right, and to let you all know I have my receipts, and I'm going to let y'all listen to that video. So yes, indeed. I'm going to put up a better picture. But this is the picture when he was on live, when he precipitated and when he said that. Yep, right here. This is him as well. I'm not going to say he's a big star, but he's well known for Beauty and Black in that new Medea's movie. I don't forgot what the name of it was. But I'm going to play exactly what he said. So give me 1 second. Let me get to my Instagram. Yeah, let me get to my sources. So 1 second. Let's see if I can pull it up. One second, y'all. So here we go. I'm finna play it. So here we go.
He wouldn't send me to hell. Yes, God does love you, right? But he loves all his children. Whether you're an atheist, whether you curse him, whether you live in sin, whether you drunk, smoke weed, whether you do whatever, he still loves you, right? But he'll send you to hell because when you die, there's only two places, right? And if you live in sin on this earth, he's so holy, he's so grand beyond our imagination. You can't kick it with him in heaven. Not because Mariah, Chavo got loose again. You got to time better. Not because he doesn't love you, but because he's so holy, he can't dwell with unholy people. And that goes for other sinners, scoffers, mockers, liars, all things that are an abomination. It's not just the LGBT. It's if you're drunk, like if you're an alcoholic, if you are a murderer. Like, these are all sins that God doesn't tolerate.
Okay, y'all. So, that is what he said allegedly. I cannot make this up. This person that I have in the background, he allegedly said this. He just said this. I just played the video for y'all. I don't know if y'all heard me play it, but I can also put it in my description box. And this is what I'm gonna have to say about that. So allegedly, and this is my opinion, me as a person who is part of the LGBTQIA community, because I am a black gay man who is a part of the LGBTQIA community. And this is what I have to say about his opinion, and this is what I have to say about his anti-LGBTQ IA comment. First and foremost, you do not dictate on who the good Lord and who God sends to heaven and hell. Since when do you have the power and when do you get to dictate on who goes to heaven and hell? And I know good and well you is not talking when you are playing a gay for when you are playing and when you are portraying a character that is playing a gay for pay role in Beauty and Black. So literally, like, why do you think you get to dictate on who gets to go to heaven and hell? Don't but one person in this whole life, in our old existence, get to decide that, and that is the good Lord. Hold on, y'all. I'm gonna pause this for a second. So yeah, so Xavier Smalls, who allegedly said this, like he do not gets to dictate on who God sends to heaven and hell. He does not have the power. Only God, only Jesus, only the good Lord has the power and the decision to send who and who to heaven and hell. Honestly, yeah. And I'm going to say this. I do, I will say this. Yes, God loves all his children. God loves all his children. But because we are all his children does not mean that we are all so picture perfect and all Miss Two Good Shoes and Mr. Two Good Shoes, because we are all gonna do things that does not abide by the book, that does not abide by of God. Because the last time I checked, we as grown peoples, we as individuals, we as peoples that I'm pretty sure have been to church thousands of times every Sunday, have not missed a Sunday. Just because we do things out of the ordinary that isn't of God does not mean we are bad peoples. So you trying to tell me, Mr. Xavier Smalls, you trying to tell me so you playing a gay for pay, you playing a gay for payroll is gonna send you to heaven? You trying to say you playing a gay for payroll is cool? So you think you being a quote unquote straight man playing a gay for payroll, and I understand that you are an actor. You think just because you can dictate, you think just because you are a pretty boy, you got them damn tree twigs in your head and brooding in black, you think that we as the LGBTQIA community and peoples of other communities is going to listen to you? I'm not. I'm not going to listen to you. Yes, that's your opinion. Yes, you have your opinion. Yes, people have their opinions. But I don't need nobody who is playing a gay for pay role to dictate and tell me I'm going to heaven or I'm going to hell. I don't need you telling me that. This is between me and the good Lord. And whatever the good Lord wants to send me, that's where he's going to send me. And if I know where I am deserving to go, that's where I will go. This is when I say this. I'm going to say this. This is when I say we as the LGBTQIA community, this is when I say we need our own safe spaces. We need our own gatekeeping and stop letting these straight individuals or so-called straight allies into our gatekeeping spaces. We don't need them because they don't care about us. So it's cool for them to gay bait and tease us of the community when we all know good and damn well that they don't care about our community. Basically, he made a list. He pretty much made a list of things, quote unquote, on what he said, what you know, the video I just played y'all. He quote unquote said that even if you smoke, even if you drink, even if you are LGBTQIA, even if you sin, even if you do this and do that, do drugs, do this and do that, God still loves you, but you're going to hell. How in the hell is you giving people's the right to dictate on where they going? You can be strung out on the biggest drug possible. That does not mean you going to hell. You can sleep with Dick, Mary, Jane, Junebug, and James, and Lisa, and Joey. That does not mean you're going to hell. That's the thing. Peoples need to understand something. I might be wrong when I say this, but that's the thing. The lifestyle that you live, the lifestyle that we live, that does not determine if we are going to heaven and hell. The only way I feel like if we're going to heaven and hell is the way we treat peoples. It's the way we treat peoples. It's the way how we were brought up. It's the way how you respect peoples. It's how you was raised with good manners, good amorism and everything like that. That's how I feel about it. I feel like going to heaven and hell does not have anything to do with the lifestyle that we are living. Going to heaven and hell does not dictate on who we all sleep with. Going to heaven and hell does not have anything to do anything with smoking, drinking, and everything, this and that and the third. It does not have anything to do with it. I'm pretty sure it's a lot of good peoples that are in heaven that did a lot of good, that did a lot of smoking and drinking, this and that and the third. And I am not taking advice from a so-called think he's a big star actor and a person that is playing a gay for pay role on, oh, you going to hell if you smoke and drink and everything, but God still loves you. I don't need no advice from a person like that. I have my own relationship with God. I have my own relationship with God. I have my own conversations with God. Only God will decide if I go to heaven or hell, not you. I don't know what makes you think people is going to listen to you. Is it because you think you are handsome, or because you are light skinned and because you are easy on the eyes, this and that and the third? Maybe that's why he said that. I really don't know. But you is not the highest from Ruthless. You is not the bigger person here. Only one person makes that decision, and that's the good Lord himself, not you. And the fact that Beauty and Black came back on March the 19th, I promise you, it wasn't even one episode that I finished watching. I got on Instagram, I got on social media, and that's when I said, and that's when I saw he made that anti-LGBTQ comment. I'm like, wait a minute, and he receiving backlash from it, and I can understand why he receiving backlash from it because he's calling the kettle black. How do you get to call the kettle black? You pretty much being hypocritical, sir. Even though I know you are acting, even though I know that's your job to act, but you are being so damn hypocritical. Because how you gonna say people's of the LGBTQIA community is going to hell, but you is pretty much teasing the LGBTQ community, and you pretty much playing with the LGBTQ community when you pretty much baiting on the LGBTQ community and playing with the name in the history of the LGBTQ community when you are playing a gay for pay role. So make it make sense. Come on now, make it make freaking sense. This right here. This is the shot that I was able to get, download. This is the video that he said all of this on. Hold on, y'all. It's a car coming. But yeah, this guy from Beauty and Black. And when his scenes come up, it's pretty much like I have to fast forward him because you just disrespected the LGBTQIA community. And I know it's a big fan base of peoples of the LGBTQ community that was pretty much following him, that even said that, oh, he's this and he's that. Pretty much, this seems like the type of person that's very insecure about his well-being. Maybe he was raised up different. Maybe he's very into the Bible. I really don't know. But I really feel like if you are playing a gay role, if you are playing a role of the LGBTQIA community, and you have the nerve to be anti-LGBTQ and you making anti-LGBTQ comments and you receiving backlash, that's crazy work. How you gonna make comments against a community that you are portraying? Make it make freaking sense. I hoping that I'm saying everything that I need to say. But I'm gonna play this video one more time. I'm gonna play this video one more time, and then we're gonna get on to the next topic. This video might not be an hour long today, but yeah. So let's go ahead. I'm gonna play this video one more time, and we're gonna get into the next topic.
Wouldn't send me to hell. Yes, God does love you, right? But he loves all his children. Whether you're an atheist, whether you curse him, whether you live in sin, whether you drunk, smoke weed, whether you do whatever, he still loves you, right? But he'll send you to hell because when you die, there's only two places, right? And if you live in sin on this earth, he's so holy, he's so grand beyond our imagination. You can't kick it with him.
Hold on, y'all. Lord have mercy. Who is this? Hey, I'm back, y'all. Let's go back. I'm gonna go ahead and get back to this part.
Do whatever. He still loves you, right? But he'll send you to hell because there's not, when you die, there's only two places, right? And if you live in sin on this earth, he's so holy, he's so grand beyond our imagination. You can't kick it with him in heaven. Not because Mariah Chapo got loose again. You got to time better. Not because he doesn't love you, but because he's so holy. He can't dwell with unholy people, and that goes for other sinners, scoffers, mockers, liars, all things that are an abomination. It's not just the LGBT. It's if you're drunk, like if you're an alcoholic, if you are a murderer. Like these are all sins that God doesn't tolerate. Like He wouldn't send me to hell.
So, are y'all gonna take it?
Yes, God does love.
It don't want to cut off. But question it is. This is my question, and then we're gonna go over to this next topic related to something like this. So, are you first and foremost? I don't like talking about anything like politics, anything like that. I don't like I don't like talking about politics, anything like that, or anything, like this. But I do know religion. I do know religion is a important thing. I know that it's a thing that people talk about. I really do know that religion is something people talk about. But I'm just going to say this: I'm not taking advice, and I'm not taking a word from a person that is playing a gay for pay role in the Tyler Perry series. And allegedly, and I'm going to say this honestly, and I don't care if anybody gets mad at me, as much as I respect Tyler Perry, which I do, I respect Tyler Perry, I'm a fan of his, but he needs to work on a few things, which I'm going to get into that in a few minutes on the next topic. But Tyler Perry needs to work on a few things. And one of the things that he needs to work on, not trying to tell him how to do his work and how to hire his workers, but he needs to hire workers that is a better reputation of him. He needs to hire workers that can relate to him. He needs to hire workers that knows the experience, not hire workers because they're pretty boys. Not hire them because they are light skinned. Not hire them because they got pretty eyes. Not hire them because you think that you can get them in your bed and climb your back. No tea, no shade. But that's my honest opinion, and I'm not taking it back. But that's all I have to say on that topic. So let's go ahead and get into this next topic because he's really about to piss me off. But put it in the comments, how did I do on that topic? Hey, from the SIP, how you doing? Welcome to the live. Welcome in. How are you? Yes, he pissed me off as well. I just got done playing the video in the background. I basically just got done telling people like he does not get to dictate. I'm so happy you're doing good. I'm glad you're doing good. I'm doing good as well. I'm doing good as well. I decided to go back live again. Do another live episode. I was just talking about how he really pissed me off. Because how is you gonna say God is gonna send sinners and people that smoke and drink and make an anti-LGBTQIA post, but you literally playing a gay for pay role? Ain't you playing a gay role? A gay for pay role, and you trying to talk about that God still loves you, but he's going to send you to hell. I'm not taking advice from someone that is playing that is also playing on the LGBTQIA community, because honestly, he's not really all of that. Looking like Jules Smith, Solange Knowles' son wannabe. Twins. them little twigs in his head. The nerve and the audacity. But I'm doing wonderful from the sip. I'm doing wonderful. I'm so happy you're asking. Thank you so much. Thank you for asking. I was just about to head over to the next I was just about to head over to the next topic. It was a random it was a random time. I did not I said I was gonna do a live today, but I wasn't for sure. I would have been on sooner, but I cooked my family breakfast. I cooked breakfast for my folks. I made some biscuits. I made some biscuits. I made some sausage. I made some eggs, scrambled eggs, and everything. It was amazing. I don't eat eggs, but yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much. And also, I wanted to do this live today because currently I had a lot going on and a lot of tea is trending still. And I said, you know what? Let me go ahead and make some more content because I can have tomorrow off and do some relaxation and everything. But I've hit the 650 mark on subscribers, but now I'm at 656, so 657. So the numbers are still going up. But I want to thank each and every one of you. I want to thank you from the SIP because if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't have gotten this far the way I have. The advice and everything, the tips and everything, and I really want to thank you. I love giving people their flowers when they are due, and I want to thank you. And if you like, I know you just came in. If you want to hear what I said about Xavier Smalls, you might have to start back from the beginning. But I'm finna get into the next topic. But I really thank you so much for coming in. I truly appreciate it. I'm so happy that you're here. So I'm finna go ahead and get into this next topic. Let me get my image up. Y'all probably wonder, who is that? Tyler Perry and his alleged new boo. His new girlfriend, Marlo Hampton. I know y'all don't want to see that shit. Yep. So let's go ahead and get into it. So allegedly, at a event, from the SIP says she was on the real show, Real Housewives of Atlanta. Really? I didn't know that. I knew she looked familiar. I thought that she played in one of his shows that he basically produced it. See, I really didn't know that. I knew somebody said that she was from a housewife show, but I was not really sure. So I thank you for telling me. So allegedly, they was at an event. When I saw the clip of the video, I'm thinking that the guy on Tyler Perry's, wait a minute. Okay. On Tyler Perry's left, I thought the guy sitting to Tyler Perry on the left side. I thought it was the guy that was sitting on Tyler Perry's left side. Was his new boo, allegedly. Not me knowing that it's Marlo Hampton. I ain't mad. I'm not mad. I ain't mad at nobody. I ain't mad at Tyler Perry. I ain't gonna be mad at that man. If that's who he want, that's who he want. But I'm not finna sit around here and sugarcoat nothing. I ain't finna sit around here and sugarcoat nothing. I'm not finna sugarcoat this picture. I'm sorry. I have a right to voice my opinion and my opinion alone. And I know I might lose some viewers, I might lose some subscribers. But me as a person that likes Tyler Perry work, just because I like a person's work does not mean I'm gonna sugarcoat for them. I'm gonna ride with them all the time. Because when you're wrong, you're wrong. And when you know you're lying, you're lying. And when you know you're putting on, you're putting on. And I'm basically gonna say this. This and this. I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it. And I'm not mad. I'm just being real. I'm not buying it. I'm not saying he does not deserve love because everybody deserves to have that special someone. But what I'm saying, I believe that this is a cover up. I believe this is a distraction. Maybe something in his mind and in his brain changed. But I find it very, very, very ironic and I find it very, very weird that he wants to find someone and be with someone, be cozy up on a woman um, since the premiere of Beauty in Black. I'm part of the LGBTQIA community and I love my community, but I really feel like it's pretty odd and awkward all of a sudden. And he's in public and he's basically kissing up on her. Like, ain't nothing wrong with that. A lot of people do that all the time. People kiss all the time in public. But I just feel like this. We all know deep down how Tyler Perry gets down. And I'm not dragging another black man down. I'm not doing that. Because I respect Tyler Perry. I'm just voicing my opinion. We all heard and we all saw how Tyler gets down. Power to you, Tyler. But we is not finna sit around here and act like he still ain't got them damn lawsuits pending against him. Them sexual them sexual assault or whatever charges that he has pending up against him. Derek Dixon and Mario Rodriguez or whatever his name is. $262 million by Derek Dixon, 77 million by Mario Rodriguez, which is I think is a money grab from the both of them. But both of them said allegedly that Tyler tried to come on to him when he get to drinking. But we all know how that happened, the messages and everything. But I'm finna be honest. I'm finna be honest. I'm finna quit being messy. We all know the type of person Tyler Perry is, his story, how he came up. And him being a successful black man in Hollywood, a billionaire, a millionaire, a trillionaire. That's wonderful. I'm happy for that. I'm happy for him. Him being happy is all that matters. But something in my heart, something in my mind with this whole scenario just is not sitting well with me. I can't put my finger on it. Now, I could be wrong, but something in my mind, something in my heart about this whole scenario behind me is not sitting well with me. Maybe it was just for kicks, maybe it's just for publicity, maybe it's just for the public, maybe it's just for clout, who knows? And if that's the case, I will make a video and I will take accountability. I will apologize. But something in my heart, something in my mind just does not sit well with me. And the fact that she's a black woman, oh joy. I ain't trying to be mean when I say that, but what I mean is this. Peoples have made a lot of extrogatory comments on Tyler, which I feel like he does not deserve, which I feel like I shouldn't be doing that either. But I'm just stating my facts. Like, something just does not feel well with me about this. But I'm happy for him. But if he likes it, I love it. And I'm going to say this honestly, and I really mean this. When I say we need more black power couples, when I say we need more black love, this is what I mean. We need more black love. We need black love. We need more black love. Because not trying to take away from anything else, if you ever think about it, when you are watching shows, when you are watching soap operas, this and that, you know, you used to get black love all the time back in the day in the 90s and the 80s when you would watch black shows and shows with, you know, a lot of, you know, things. You used to get power, used to get black love, power black couples. But now that we have entered another day and age and we have entered another democracy, we have entered another generation with diversity, that we are getting a lot of, I don't know how to explain it. I'm going to say this. We're getting a lot of, you know, different feels. And there's nothing wrong with that. But what I'm saying is good is good to see black love every once in a while. You know what I'm saying? And us coming together as one. But I'm happy for Tyler Perry. If he loves it, if he likes it, I love it. And this season of Beauty in Black, he's doing everything that needs to be done, and I'm so happy and I'm so proud of him. I know this probably was a waste of topic, but I just wanted to put that out there. But honestly, I really feel, honestly, this is my opinion. I'm not dragging nobody down. I'm not shitting on nobody. I'm just saying that this does not seem right to me. Something in my mind is telling me something is not right. Just like Xavier Smalls, who plays Angel on Beauty in Black, with him saying what he's saying about that anti-LGBTQ stuff. Something just don't seem right. 1 second, y'all. 1 second. Okay, I'm back, y'all. Yep. But I really feel like this is a cover up. That's just my opinion. That's just how I'm putting it. It's just my opinion. I feel like this live is not the best that I've done in a while. I feel like this live is gonna be full of backlash comments coming after me, but hey, just my opinion. But I really feel like this is a cover up. But that's just my opinion. But you know, yeah, Beauty in Black is back on, y'all, and Mallory is no joke. But yeah, so let me ask y'all, what do y'all think about this topic? What do you think about Tyler Perry and Marlo Hampton? Like, I did not know they were dating. So I'm guessing Tyler Perry isn't with his ex-wife or girlfriend anymore that he got the son by. But hey, that's totally fine. So put what you think of this. So put what you think of this topic, please. So we're finna go ahead and get to the last topic. Chuck Norris. Chuck Norris.
wouldn't send me to.
First and foremost, I feel like I'm missing something and I'm forgetting something. I'm hoping I'm not. Hold on, y'all. I cannot find. One second, y'all. But how am I doing on this live, y'all? How I'm doing? Ooh, so walls. So Chuck Ray, Carlos Ray Chuck Norris, who was born on March the 10th, 1940, and passed away on March the 19th, 2026. He was an American martial artist, actor, screenwriter, author. He held black belts in karate, taekwondo, tang soo do, Brazilian jiu-jitsu, and judo. After serving in the United Air Force, he won numerous martial arts championships and later founded his own discipline. Sean Cook-Do Norris began working in the American film industry as a martial arts instructor for celebrities before making his screen debut with a minor role, The Wrecking Crew, in 1968. Friend and fellow martial artist Bruce Lee invited him to play one of the main villains in The Way of the Dragon in 1972. While Norris continued acting, friend and student Steve McQueen suggested he taking it seriously. Norris took the starting role of the action film Breaker Breaker in 1977, turned a profit. His second lead role, Good Guys Wear Black, 1978, became a hit, and he soon became popular action film star. Now this is Chuck Norris. He was born March the 10th, 1940, and he died on March the 19th, 2026, at the age of 86. He died 9 days after his birthday. One second, y'all. And some of his TV shows and his credits consist of Room 222, Karate Commandos, Wind in the Wire, Walker Texas Ranger, Logan's Warbound by Hunter, Sons of Thunder, Material Law, The President's Man, The President's Man, A Line in the Sand, Yes Dear, Walker Texas Ranger Trial by Fire, Inside World Comeback League, The Goldbergs, Chuck Norris Epic Guide to Material Military Vehicles, and Hawaii 5-0. Those are some of his films, and those are some of his legendary um things that he has done. But he is well known for um he's well known for Walker Texas Ranger, which premiered in 1993 and which ended in 2001. Um, Chuck Norris was 86 years old, And even though I never watched the TV show Walker Texas Ranger a day in my life, but I have read up on Chuck Norris, and I've heard so many wonderful things about him. All the wonderful things that he has done, all the wonderful things that he has accomplished. Um, Him meeting Bruce Lee, which I did not know he was friends with Bruce Lee, and Bruce Lee wanted him to act as a bad guy in the film, which I just read to y'all. I think it's truly amazing. Like Chuck Norris had a wonderful lifespan and career as an actor and as a person. Yes, indeed. I'm going to read a little bit more, and I'm gonna elaborate a little bit more, if I may. So yes, indeed. It didn't say whether he had kids or was he married. I tried finding it, but I didn't get no look on that. But I will see, can I find some more on that. So says that he was married. He married Diane Hochek. He married her in 1958 and they divorced in 1989. And then he married Jenna O'Kelly. He married her in 1998. And he has 5 children, including Mike and Eric. So, yes, indeed. So, yes, he married twice and he has 5 kids. He married his first wife in 1958 and they divorced in 1989. But then he married his second wife in 1998 and they have 5 children. So in all, he has 5 kids. Whether he had them by the first wife or the second wife, I wasn't for sure. But Chuck Norris lived an extraordinary, legendary life. Yes, indeed. Chuck Norris was 86 years old. So rest in peace, Chuck Norris. Oh, I ain't got no other picture up. The guy that played on Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and on Charm, they say he passed away as well. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Let me see, can I find a picture? Hold on, y'all. I'll be right back. I think this is him. Nicholas Brandon. I think this is him. I didn't know much about him, but he died as well. Nicholas Brandon was born April the 12th, 1971, and he passed away on March the 20th, 2026, at the age of 54. Nicholas Brandon was born April 12, 1971 in Los Angeles, California, USA, and he died on March the 20th, 2026 at the age of 54. His years active was from 1993 to 2025. His spouses consist of Teresa DeFlagina, Muda T. He married Teresa DeFlagina from 2001 to '06, and he married Muda T from 2014 to 2015. Okay, Brandon portrayed Alexander for 7 seasons and appeared in all but one of 144's episode. For his appearance. For his performance, he received at the Saturn Award nominations in 1998 and 1999 for Best General TV Actor and in 2000 for Best Supporting Actor. He remained active within the Buffy fan community, regularly attending comic and science fiction conventions and contribute to development of Xander's characters in the franchise follow-ups, comic books, and receiving writing credits of several issues. Brandon continued to work steady as an actor for recurring roles on television and starting parts in independent films such as Clarice and Big Gay Love, both 2013. He also pursued a visual art exhibiting and selling his paintings and photography. Brandon struggled for many years with depression and alcoholism, which contributed to a series of legal issues, including a multiple arrest convictions for vandalism, theft, and domestic violence. He died in 2026 of natural causes at the age of 54. I want to talk about this. I want to elaborate on this before I end this episode of DDTS. And if y'all can, please put it in the comments on what you all think of this episode and how did I do on this live episode. If I did good, put a 1. I mean, if I did good, put a 10. Or put you did a wonderful job, good, or with this and the third. But if I missed some things and if I said anything that was not supposed to be said, or if I said it in the wrong way, form, or fashion, you are more than welcome to just let me know and let it be well known. So yeah, so he died of natural causes at the age of 54. And like what I just got done reading, he suffered from depression and alcoholism. By the way, it is a serious thing. It's real life. Depression and alcoholism, it does not mix. I've been depressed. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people in this world that has been depressed. And depression is not easy. Depression is not a real fight. Depression leads to it taking over and you doing something that is out of your control that you wouldn't even think that you would do it. What I mean is suicide. It's a lot of people that deal with mental health, depression, everything, alcoholism, drug use, substance abuse, and it all leads to them doing things out of the ordinary that you would never thought that they'll do. But sometimes they can't control it. I talk about how important it is within 1 second, y'all. Let me 1 second. 1 second, y'all. 1 second. Hey, I'm back, y'all. So back what I was saying. I done videos and I detail how mental health is very important and how it's not talked about enough in our black community and everything. Um, I'm just gonna say this. I think mental health is talked about when it's inconvenience to a certain community, when it's inconvenience to certain peoples. Because I really feel like the peoples that go through mental health and depression, it's like if they're not part of our community, it's like, and if we're not a part of that community, it's like we are overlooked when we have depression. And the thing is this, I'm not trying to make this a racial thing or this and that and the third, but I'm gonna go ahead and say this because I'm not gonna be around the bush because you know I'm always honest. It's like every time when a person of our community has depression, we say we are depressed and we have anxiety, this and that and the third. People's look at us like we are crazy. People's look at us as a community, the black community, like we are crazy, like we are out of our minds, like we are doing the most. Whether if it's peoples of other communities, they are very happy and they are very quick to acknowledge that, and they will take that and they will excuse that as the issue and as the problem or as the thing that caused this action to happen. Not trying to be disrespectful, I'm just saying. But I'm basically trying to say in all states and all around the world, mental health is important. Depression is important because it's a real thing. We as peoples all around the world, it does not matter what community that you are in, we all go through depression. Peoples have been depressed that they have taken their own life, that they have drunk themselves to death. I, as a person, I went through depression a bunch of times within my life as a young adult. I was grown. I was in my 20s. I think I was about 20, 25, 26 years old. I was depressed and I was stressed out. And when I used to work, I used to get depressed because of um some things that I was dealing with in my life, situations and everything, things that was being basically said that was out of my control, that I didn't have nothing to deal with. I'm just gonna put it in that aspect. And so I felt like I did not have nobody to turn to. So what did I turn to? Who did I turn to? I turned to that tall can of beer. I turned to that tall can of alcoholic Mike's alcoholic beverage. I turned to that bottle of E&J. I turned to that bottle of Parmesan. Whatever I had that would ease the pain because of the issue that I was going through. And if it wasn't for a coworker who I was working with at the grocery store told me, said, DeAndre, you was drinking a lot. You was drinking a lot. I told my coworker, I said, I know I've been drinking a lot, but I will open up to you soon. It's just that I've been depressed and I've been going through things. Things have been said on my name that I don't know nothing about. Things going on which I cannot control. So what I felt, who was my greatest supporter at that time, I thought that beer was my greatest support. I turned to that beer because that beer was the only person and the only thing that I had close to me in that type of moment. And I was working every day. I drunk every day. I drunk every day. I drunk every day. I drunk a beer a day. I drunk this a day. I drunk this a day. And somebody like, you don't need to be doing all that drinking. You've been drinking every day. You don't need to drink. Stop all that drinking. But at the time, I was going through something. Stuff was just coming up left and right. But look at me now. I'm not a, I don't drink like I used to. When I got out of that, pretty much when I got out of that situation and when I moved on from it, I slacked down on my drinking. I slacked down on my wild festivities, and where I am today. I thank God for that. But I want to say this: depression is real. My heart and prayers goes out to the family of um Nicholas Brandon. the cast of the Buffy Vampire Slayer, the cast of um Charmed and everything. One second, y'all. And from the cast of Walking Texas Ranger regarding Chuck Norris. Prayers goes out to him and his family and everything. And everything. So I'm guessing that that's going to conclude my video for today. I hope you really enjoyed this video. That would be it. Don't forget to like, don't forget to comment, and do not forget to subscribe. And I just want to say this and ask y'all, what do you guys think of? What do you guys think of this topic regarding Xavier Smalls and his anti-LGBTQIA rant? What do you guys think about that? What do you guys think of Tyler Perry and Marlo Hampton? Do you think is something onto that, or do you think that this is really real? Do you think this is something that is permanent? What do you guys think? Do you think it's something up about that? What do you guys think? Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And that will be my video. Thank y'all for joining me. And I will see y'all on the next episode of DDTS. Um, Thank each and every one of y'all for coming in. Thank you from the SIP for coming in. Thank you, peoples that came in and left out. And thank you for who was watching on the TV, who viewed and everything. I really want to say thank you. And I hope you all have a wonderful Saturday. Thank you all for the love, for the support, for the advice and the views and everything. I want to say I enjoyed this episode for y'all. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know y'all thoughts on this episode. And if you have any friends that is looking for something to watch, please recommend them to my channel, DDTS, where you get all the up-and-coming scoops, tea, trending topics, real-life issues, topics about the LGBTQIA community, because I am part of the LGBTQIA community, everything. And also, I would love to collaborate with any one of you. I'm open to collaborations. I'm still trying to get that in order. But I want to thank y'all for coming in. And I'll see y'all on the next episode of DDTS. Love y'all. See you soon. Thank you and bye-bye.